In the multiverse of pop culture media, these are the most honest, raw, and sometimes bizarre takes.
Very poor choice of words.
Broadcasting to you from secret locations in Japan, this is the Comics Plus Podcast. Comics Plus Podcast. With the red dreaded one, Aka-san.
Comics Plus, the podcast. What is going on, guys? My name is Aka-san. Here we go, episode 2, side A. This is it. I'm glad you guys are coming back. I'm glad you liked the original one. We're here at it again. I got to introduce you to my new guy. We're testing him out today. I hope you guys like him. Ladies and gentlemen, Radley.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good to see you again, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We've known each other for quite some time, actually. So
this is true.
Through a mutual friend, associate at this point. I mean, I feel like foreigners are kind of like old people, the old people of Japan. Like, we all just know each other,
now,
right?
Yeah,
you know, like, no, we all know each other, basically. And if you've been here long enough, it's pretty easy. Like, the moment it's like, oh, do you know Chris? Yeah, I know that Chris. Like that, you know? Unless you have, like, a very common name, everybody kind of just knows you or knows of you, right? I guess.
Yeah, my name's pretty unique, so if you don't remember me, then...
That's a good point. I mean, even our guest that's coming in later today, I was like, Vic, he's coming in. Victor's coming in. And it was like, talking about Frame of Travel? He's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. How many other Victors are there, right? There's actually a few, but, you know...
Yeah, there's a few.
It's either Porno Victor or it's Frame of Travel Victor. It's
I was thinking of the YouTuber, Gimme Break Man.
Oh! That's a good one. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, well, he's been off the radar for the past couple of years, so...
Yeah, interesting enough, he just messaged me, like, the other day because our particular mutual friend was getting death threats online or something like that. And
okay.
Literally, it was, like, some weird stuff, like, this guy was like, I just killed him, or something like that. And this, like...
Okay.
Like, it was, like, this real, like, woke SJW or something that was, like... exposing all of his lies, and I'm like, I just killed him. I just dug him.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is it? And so that Victor messaged me. He was like, yeah, I don't really talk to him, but I don't wish evil upon him. Can you look into it and see if he's okay? I'm like, dude, he's fine. But if you really want me to,
no.
I didn't message him directly. Of course not. I'm not that stupid. No, yeah. I just was just like, no, okay, let me check his Twitch channel or something. And he's fine. And then I see him getting rubbed down by Milky Puff, just like a beached well or something like that. And that's no disrespect, but he's a big man. I'm just saying. And, I clip it. I send it to Victor, and I'm just like, yeah, I think he's doing really, really well right now. So...
Maybe it's sort of like how Danny DeVito is on, like, was it Always Sunny in Philadelphia? He's doing all this ridiculous shit towards the end of his life. I'm not saying he's near the end of his life, or maybe I am.
What are you putting into the universe there, Radley? Okay.
Yeah, what am I putting in the universe?
Well, okay, enough about that. First and foremost, for the comics, because I've known him for a long time, but I don't think many people know what you're all about and such.
Yeah, that's
because you've been doing a podcast for a long, long time.
That's right. And Aka-san here was the first guest for the podcast. Actually, he kind of inspired the original podcast that I made.
I'm the nomadic gaijin of his podcast.
Wait, what? The nomadic gaijin?
He was my first guest on this podcast.
I see.
Which was literally the last episode, but yeah.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I was I think you made a video like 2009. I don't know when you made it.
Yeah, right.
But you made one. It was like that trend of videos where it's talking about shit gaijins or what shit that Japanese people say.
The shit that Japanese people say, exactly.
To foreigners,
yes.
And like one of them was, "Why come Japan?" That was
Why
one
come
of them.
Japan? Yeah.
So I said, that's a great title.
Why
it's
come
like
Japan?
Well, because, the Japanese language, they're always, people are trying to learn, English, they always try to use as little amount of words.
Particularly particles, yeah.
As possible.
Like, even, for example, Guardians of the Galaxy in Japan is Guardians of Galaxy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Days of Future and Past
Yeah.
is the X-Men movie is X-Men Future and Pasto, like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, okay.
Yeah, they love their portmanteaus, like Smaho and Double.
Oh my god. Go-to travel, that's
go-to travel. Yeah,
that's a whole nother one.
Hey, technically, podcast is a portmanteau. Podium and casting.
Technically, so yeah, you've been doing that podcast for how long now?
Oh, since 2016.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I've been on a little bit of a hiatus because I just started a new podcast called Sonic Historian, where we talk about the history of... Well, what are you laughing?
No, it's cute. It's cute.
Like, look at this fucking dweeb over here.
There's a reason I put the blue lighting on you
Yeah.
this time. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Dionysus got purple, you got blue.
It's like I got this real Christian fucker over here. You know what I mean?
Oh, actually,
like, God damn it.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
interesting enough, that video that I did not just inspired you, but I found out from Retro Gaijin, another big time streamer out here.
Yeah.
That was one of the his favorite video, and I don't know if it encouraged him to go to Japan, but it's something that he kept in his heart the entire time when coming to Japan. Like watching that video of me,
right?
And then that's how he remembered me. He was like, Akasan, did you make that video a long time ago? That's me. He was like, dude, I love that video. So
Retro Gaijin, what does he do? Is he a Twitch streamer?
He plays for retro games usually, and
he's in Okinawa, right?
He was in Okinawa.
Yes, okay, I know who that is.
Now he lives out here, actually. So
okay,
yeah. So that was the whole thing. So you're doing a Sonic podcast
yes.
now, right?
Yes, we just interviewed. Was it Sammy Classic Sonic fan? If anybody knows who that is, do you know who that is? No.
Who is
the
that?
The 15-year-old who screamed at the camera? Your actions have consequences. I mean, I can't do it like him. He has a very high-pitched voice.
Then your actions have consequences! Another adventure title!
So you interviewed him. So you're just interviewing so many people around the world.
People around the Sonic fandom. We've met quite a lot of interesting people.
Honestly, the most I know about Sonic fans is the one dude that was caught jerking off on camera. He thought
which one?
It was a Twitch. Which one?
Well, I'm saying there's a lot.
Good point.
There's
Which
a lot
one?
of perverse Sonic fans out there, and I mean, just saying that I'd make a Sonic the Hedgehog podcast. It's just like, oh, you like Chris Chan, right? You're that Chris Chan kind of guy. I'm like, sure, why not?
I'm just imagining somebody like, hey, gotta go fast. Like that. Like, no. This guy was he was a Twitch streamer. He still is, I think his name was DSP something. He had a Sonic hat on, and he finished his stream.
Yeah.
He thought he was done, and he just starts going to town, looking at not snuff porn, but he was looking at what's the thing where chloroform videos.
Okay, that was his thing.
Yeah, that was kind of his thing.
All right.
So he was just and then interesting enough, 30, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. 2 minutes later, he was finished, and then he was just like.
And then he noticed that the stream was still going.
And he's like, "Oh, this is still on. Oh, you guys saw all of that. Okay." Click.
How long ago was this?
About 5-6 years ago. It was a big thing though, but I'll never forget that Sonic the Hedgehog hat that he had on. I'm
sure.
But to be fair, I do know the Sonic fandom, and one of my good friends, Yuriko Tiger, she's a huge Sonic fan. She actually is at Nico Nico Doga the convention. So Nico Nico Doga is basically Japanese YouTube, but not popular. It has its fans.
Is that thing still around? People still use that?
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. So, what is that? Okay. Got distracted. There you go. Our staff guy was letting us know. KR, I'll send it to you. And
thank you, staff.
Thank you, staff guy. She did a Sonic the Hedgehog costume to kind of help promote the movie, as you know, is still not out in Japan.
Yeah. What the fuck? That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, what's funny is Sonic came from Japan, right? His birthplace was here. He was created by Naoto Oshima, right? And the game was programmed by Nakayuji, right? And
Nothing.
I mean, I guess you could argue that. See, this is why I do the Sonic podcast. It's like basically the goal of every episode is just to figure out, was Sonic ever good?
Nah.
That's it.
You would argue that sometimes it was not, or it was just kind of like it outran its viability, because the moment Sega Genesis, are technically the Dreamcast, died, or once Sega kind of went out of the console business, so did Sonic.
Right.
And I that's a good argument.
that's a really kind of interesting thing, because Sonic didn't really die. And like he was brought over to like GameCube, and he had a couple of games for there, and then he had the infamous Sonic 06, just the one that was just titled Sonic the Hedgehog, which is like considered one of the worst video games ever made. You never heard of it?
No.
Yeah, it's considered one of the worst.
Okay.
And then, then there was one where he was turned into a werewolf, like the werehog.
I remember that a little bit.
And then for a while there, he didn't have a game, and then Sonic Mania came out, and people like myself, and probably a lot of others, that they kind of said, oh, I remember this.
Reinvigorated the franchise and everything.
And then you had the Sonic movie, which came out, and then, everyone probably remembers how, it had the shitty CG in it. And
well, see, here's the
thing.
Here's the thing about that is like I think only foreigners talk about that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sure they weren't rushing to release it, because it's not really that adaptable to Japanese people. It's not really, Sonic Mania. I've never heard of it, but I'm sure that foreigners did. But it's not like it was like blown all over Japan. Like, yo, Sonic is back, y'all. Like, Nintendo wasn't gonna let that fly. What it came? You said it came out on what? What platform did it come out?
What, Sonic Mania?
Yeah.
It was everywhere. I mean, you could get it on your PC. You could get it on Switch.
See that? So that's
maybe the physical version wasn't actually available for a while.
See, so that's one of the other things. It's like, Sonic's not gonna, or Nintendo's not gonna put a bunch of money into promoting the competition. That, even though, it's Sonic appears in games, their bread and butter of that like running console style game, that's always gonna be Mario for them.
Right.
If they're gonna promote something, they're gonna do their own original character, and Sonic will show up occasionally in Smash Brothers or something like that. So. I get it. It's popular and it's a nostalgic thing. Sonic 2 was my favorite movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
My most enjoyable movie this year, actually.
Well, we don't really go to the movie theaters anymore, so.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great thing. Like, it was like, and to see Yuriko's expression, to see her as a fan, was great.
Yeah.
The little nods, and I know you haven't seen the movie, so I'm gonna try not to spoil things for you, but it's
fine, you can't at this point.
Yeah, I mean, right? Like, at this point, it's what were you saying? Time to get that VPN here.
Yep.
But no, the fact that Pantera was even in the movie was amazing, dude. Like, that was great. I'm not gonna tell you when, but
Pantera. What's that?
Oh, damn. Okay.
Is that music? Oh, okay. All right.
That is music.
I don't really know much about Pantera.
Pro wrestling? Have you watched?
Oh! Well, yeah, because he's a big Sonic fan.
What? No.
I think so.
What? What are you talking about?
I think he's okay. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Who are you? What?
There is a big wrestler who's a big Sonic fan.
Okay, maybe. But what I'm saying...
Maybe it's Pantera?
Okay,
I don't know.
No. Pantera is a band.
Okay, it's a band. All right.
So what I'm trying to say is, in pro wrestling, there was a guy by the name of RDV.
Oh, okay. This is where I'm getting confused.
Yeah,
okay.
Rob Van Dam. His opening song was "Walk" by Pantera, and it was one of the most popular rock songs metal songs of all time. Anyways, it's okay if you don't know. But when I heard that, I was like, let's go. Like, that became the movie of the year for me. Just
wow.
On that song alone. But there are a lot of nods. There's a lot of nostalgic points in there.
Right.
But there's also, it's for kids. At the end of the day, it's for kids. Like, I watched it with a bunch of American kids. It was like 80% kids in the theater, because I saw it on the base. And just to see what some of the kids were laughing at versus what I was laughing at, completely different, but it was refreshing.
Does that mean there's lots of fart jokes this time?
No,
Okay,
actually, it's
good.
not they don't transform it up. There are fart jokes though. There are definitely fart jokes in this movie, but it was kind of acceptable. And for me, the main guy, Sonic's human best friend, like,
Tom.
He's Cyclops to me. I mean, like, he will always be Cyclops. He literally the first line, his first scene of the movie is in the lake that he died in X-Men 3. So Jean killed him in X-Men 3.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a lake. It might be the same lake. It might be shot, but it literally looks exactly like the same misty lake that Jean was resurrected and killed his ass in the movie. Like that horrible X-Men movie, dude. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. But okay, you guys make sure you check out his Sonic stuff here.
Please do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of interesting guests.
Sonic 2, most entertaining movie of the year for me, more than the Batman. Unbelievable, which is shocking, right? The state of DC.
Damn, really? I quite like the Batman. That's pretty good.
Did you like it?
What was your thoughts?
No, I want to know why you liked it.
It was an interesting take. I mean, it looks nice.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I get Robert Pattinson did a great Batman. I believe he's Batman. Well, because I think what I liked about Robert Pattinson as Batman is that I totally believe that, you know, you look at this guy, you don't think, oh, that's Batman. Where it's like, you know.
And that's exactly the problem I think I particularly have with it.
Really?
Because I was like, okay, now, so just anybody can be Batman, I guess. Like, anybody can go
well, I mean, that's kind of the point of a superhero, though, right? Like, you need... Because that's... I guess we could... If you want to go in the spoilers of the Batman, we could talk about that, but...
I mean, yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, like, yeah, please.
Okay, well,
go for it.
One thing towards the end of the movie, which I was thinking they were going to do, but they didn't, was there's the scene where they catch the Riddler.
Yeah.
And, you know, he says the name Bruce Wayne to him several times. Right.
I was tearing up. Not out of fear. I was tearing up because it was so corny. Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, that's just him.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Paul Dino, like, I was like, I mean, okay, I'll get it. Go ahead. But
no, it's fine. No,
go ahead. Go ahead. As you're saying, yeah. So you're saying
there's the part where he starts talking about how, you know, Bruce Wayne is his identity. And I thought it was going to become one of these things where it's like, you know, he was going to reveal who he was, you know, because the Riddler, you know, revealed who he was, and that this was going to become some new plot point, and it causes this new problem. But I guess I don't really quite understand what was going on with the filmmaking or the dialogue, but like he was saying something about how he didn't want to reveal his identity because he liked that he wore a mask to protect himself. I'm not quite sure. I didn't quite follow that scene, but I felt like that was an interesting part of it. But overall, I mean, the cinematography looked good. It looked like a decent Batman movie. It wasn't bad.
It's interesting. No, I mean, and it's fine because, you know, to be fair, I think a lot of this movie was based on the New Earth or the Earth, I think it was called Earth Prime or Earth 3 or whatever. Jeff Johns wrote this particular Batman story where Batman was just getting fucked up like left and right.
And he really got fucked up in this movie.
Like he was falling from trash cans. Cats were pissing on him in the comics and everything.
Right.
And like he was getting beat up all the time. And I'm like, dude, this is whack. Like for me personally, I just could not get into this. I'm like, and I know the whole excuse says this dude this is only his second year. I'm like, dude, it looks like it's his second day right now. Like, I just was like, I'm just like, look, you know, Batman's supposed to be the best. The best of us in terms of humans. He's supposed to be in peak human physical condition. And this dude looked like he was still training. And I was just like, all right, so we're anybody can be Batman at this point now. I was like, all right. There were some good points about it, but I was just like, and there were some good shot selections. I will give you that. Visually, I thought it moved, but I also thought the pacing was a little sluggish at times. For a 3-hour movie, not a lot really happened, and that part. And then there were little things for me that I don't. If I can call it out in the beginning of a movie, I feel like okay, that's not the best movie. How does a bomb go off point blank in your face and there's literally no scar damage, no scar tissue at all here? Like,
yeah, he was having a bad day. You know, he goes a bomb go off, he jumps off of a building. You know, he gets what else? He gets shot.
Yeah, he got shot point blank a few times, and he walks it off, and I'm like, all right,
like that must be some damn good armor he's got.
And I'm like, okay, just those little things like that just kind of irked me a bit. And then on top of the fact that people were saying, okay, he finally is doing detective work. And I've always taken issue with that because in the Nolan-verse, we literally saw Batman pull fingerprints off of shrapnel from a gun from a bullet. You know, he got fingerprints and that. He was doing the detective work, and I don't know why people always gloss over that. Batman's not a real detective in The Dark Knight. I'm like, what are you talking about? He literally knew the names of all the inmates at Arkham, and was able to tell Harvey Dent, like, what the hell are you doing? He's a psychopath. You're not going to be able to intimidate him. Like, I've done my research. This Batman, like, if you really pay attention, like most of the movie, a good amount. I'll give half of the movie, other people were figuring things out for him. Catwoman was going through things, finding the stuff out. Alfred figured out some of the puzzles. Commissioner Gordon figured out the other stuff.
To be fair, to defend the movie, I guess, I don't expect Batman to be, like, really good at solving riddles.
But see, that's the thing. He's supposed to be. That's the thing. He's
okay.
The world's greatest detective. He's supposed to be the best of all of us in terms of human physical condition. He's a great detective. He's a great chemist. He's a scientist. He's supposed to be on par, if not better, than Sherlock Holmes. And
right.
So, like, that's so for me, some of that stuff, like, I was like, all right, this, like, if you pictured Bruce Wayne as like a 17-year-old kid trying to be Batman, then the movie works. For me, I just wasn't believing it. So, but at the same time, look, I'm all with it. I'm all like, we're in a different direction from DC right now. We've moved on, allegedly moved on from the Snyderverse. And, here we are. So they just announced at CinemaCon or something that Batman 2 is officially greenlit. We're going to get a sequel. Have you seen the deleted scenes yet?
For the Batman?
Yeah.
No. I didn't even know they existed. I guess there's like... No. I think I was checking an IMDb that there's like an Arkham a deleted scene or something.
I'm going to have to send it to you because that's actually where, the guy in the cell that was talking to Riddler.
Yeah.
We didn't really know who it was, but we all knew who it was. We see him later. There's a deleted scene.
I was thinking it was Two-Face for a moment. I'm like,
honestly,
oh, God damn it, we're going back to Batman Forever again.
Yep. No, to be honest, I thought it was Two-Face, or I thought it was Hush, actually, which I would love to have seen Hush. But it's the Joker. It's
right.
It's the Joker. Mm-hmm. So, did you see Eternals at all, by the way?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what else this dude has been in. But he kind of looks like Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller's like
the Flash, right?
Yeah. Ezra Miller, Mr. Hawaiian there, Mr. Assault and Battery there. That's another story.
Yeah, he's in the news.
I actually met the Japanese Ezra Miller yesterday. It was pretty.
The fun. Japanese Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he looked like Ezra Miller, but
I see. They looked like them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no. Well, this guy, the Batman. The Joker, there's a whole deleted scene where Batman goes and gets more information. He's asking other people to figure out certain Riddler's motivation, and so Joker's talking. It was actually a really cool scene, but man, Joker really looks like a burn victim or like a chemical, like cancer patient or something, losing hair and everything. It's quite interesting. His teeth are all
So you liked it?
I liked it. I loved it, actually. I liked it a lot more than I actually liked the movie because things were going.
Damn.
No, it was moving. Things were happening. Batman wasn't doing his best Undertaker entrance impersonation or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like, come on, Batman, let's go. Like move, pick it up a bit, let's change up the music a little bit as well, So I'm not trying to be hard on it, but I also I expect greatness from a brand like DC.
Right.
They've
had a bad couple of years.
Well, it's funny, it's funny you mentioned that because segueing right into that, AT&T, AT&T bought Warner Brothers a few years ago, actually. And everybody thought that was the beginning of change, right? Mm-hmm. And HBO Max was launched right after that.
Oh, okay.
And so their premiere thing was to get Wonder Woman 84 on there. They were releasing the Snyder Cut, the deleted Justice League movie or whatever. That came and went. But, now, after that, and a lot of people were expecting this, Discovery came in and then bought the majority shares, and now they are in the majority control. And people are saying that now the time is coming. Now, because, The WB has been in this weird situation of like so much drama in the background and not really being able to like get a certain direction like their competitors or their affiliates, Marvel and Disney has been doing. Disney has been, or Marvel and Kevin Feige has been 10 years running without maybe one bad movie,
right?
One commercially bad movie. Like everybody has their opinion on what Marvel movies are good and bad, right? But
sure.
At least one bad Marvel movie, critically at least.
Okay.
And financially, I would say financially. But they all have made money. DC, on the other hand, a different world, up and down ever since Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League, like hit after hit. Aquaman good, Suicide Squad bad. It's crazy, right? It's up and down. So AT&T is saying how they want to kind of go out there and get like a Kevin Feige, who is the main guy at Marvel. They want to get the Kevin Feige of DC. And I'm like, you don't need a Kevin Feige. Because what Kevin Feige did, nobody else, in my mind, nobody else can do. Maybe except the people at Sonic. Like, allegedly, they're starting a Sonicverse out there. Knuckles is getting his own show. Or something like that.
That's going to be interesting.
I like it, honestly.
Well, it's going to be interesting for several reasons.
Why's that?
Well, let's just say that there was a Sonic comic book writer who was involved with the Knuckles books, who ended up suing, the company, Archie.
Okay.
Who produced the Sonic comics.
Okay.
And I think I don't exactly know all the details, but like supposedly they reached a settlement. And, this guy, his name is Ken Penders. He's on Twitter. And, he was saying, they stole my idea. They gave Knuckles a dad. That was my idea.
Okay, giving someone a dad is not an original idea.
Oh no. Well, I don't know. It's the Sonic fandom.
See. I thought you were gonna tell me you got busted for like child porn or something like that. Right? It was gonna bring a whole new name to Knuckles. They were gonna have to legally change his name like Superboy or something like that. It's like
not that bad.
Like the Kenshin guy.
What's this?
Oh man, so Kenshin. It's funny because they do not talk about it a lot, but the mangaka and creator of Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh yes, I do know about this.
He got busted for child porn or either child hentai.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
like that.
It was a big deal.
It was huge, and so he completely disappeared. But they weren't about to stop that movie franchise that they already had going, No, I don't think they're gonna stop it, but I mean, it's funny. It's funny, like how that works, But like WB is the same way. Ezra Miller punching people in Hawaii, punching women in Hawaii, and getting in and out of jail left and right. Johnny Depp being fired, but Amber Heard not. People are talking about protesting Aquaman 2 because Amber Heard is. Have you been?
Oh, is it? No, I actually did not see Aquaman.
Really?
Yeah.
That was one of the good ones, believe it or not.
You think so?
Yeah. It was believe it or not, in the DCEU, that was one of the few that actually made over $1 billion. It made let's put it this way, it made more money than Batman v Superman. A movie that had Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman was outgrossed by Aquaman. That's insane. Like,
wow.
Yeah, but it was actually really well done. It was good. Everybody enjoyed it, but now the biggest issue is Johnny Depp got removed from Fantastic Beast. Okay, fair play. Amber Heard was not. Even when people were protesting, even when the audio evidence of Amber Heard admitting that nobody would ever believe that she beat up Johnny Depp, even after everybody brought this to Warner Brothers' attention, they ignored it and they went out and they filmed Aquaman 2 with Amber Heard.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're in a huge problem because yes, Johnny Depp lost the UK case, but apparently he's winning this US one. Mm-hmm. And Aquaman 2 is already done. But people are already like, yo, we are not going to see this movie if Amber Heard is in it.
Right.
So now WB has a really messy situation. Do they reshoot everything with Amber Heard? Do they cut her out of the movie?
Right.
Does suddenly Mara, the name of the character, does she suddenly get hit by a car or something? Or does she suddenly get thrown out of water? Somebody throws some salt on her as a fish. And
They might just replace her with a different actor.
But they already shot everything, so it's going to be even more money. It's going to be worse than the Justice League situation.
You mean like with the Superman mustache?
Yep. Because the moment you know that she was replaced, everybody's going to be looking for, like, how did they, Jason Momoa, he looks a little bigger now because he didn't have time to train to get his, like, physique back. Oh, he looks a little fatter there. Like, everybody will be looking for the little shots that everything is different,
Yeah.
They're going to Luke Skywalker, like, deep fake, and then on top of that, Amber Heard might have a case against that where she could sue WB later for breaking terms of liability.
Wow.
If they release it without her.
Wow, this is a clusterfuck.
She may just do that because so WB is just in such a mess. Ezra Miller, the same situation. He's in and out of jail right now, but he's the main guy. But they've already essentially finished most of that movie. Like, they postponed everything.
Yeah.
They postponed everything mainly because of the Discovery situation, but I don't know, man. It's messy. I mean, I love WB, but it's like, oh my God. It's like there's so much drama everywhere on what they're doing.
They'll figure something out.
I certainly hope so. I
think DC will have another chance. They did pretty well.
There's Batman 2. That's what we got. We got Batman 2, the Reeves verse. Were you a fan of the Snyder Cut stuff at all?
I did not watch it. I don't know. I just heard too many bad things. It's like, even when you're mentioning the word Batman versus Superman, do you know what image is going in my mind?
What? Martha?
Yes.
Wow.
That's all I'm thinking about.
But did you watch it though?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, but you know the Martha thing.
That's all, right? I know is the Martha thing.
And that's my biggest problem is the fact that some of some of these movies, like, that's all that people will remember is the worst. And that was the pinnacle part of the whole movie. That was supposed to be the moment that people were supposed to stand up and cheer and be like, yes, they're finally working together. But it became a running meme. I mean, literally, there's a literal Godzilla meme of, like, I think, it was during the time Kong versus Godzilla came out.
Right.
Kong's got Godzilla in the same position, and, Godzilla's just like, save Martha. It's like, why did you say that name? It's like, yo, dude, like, that was in the BVS movie.
No, I believe it. Yeah,
down.
No. I've seen that scene. And it's been memed, and I know of it. Not having seen Batman versus Superman.
It's disappointing, man. Well, we got Sonic. We got Sonic. Transformers is coming back.
Is it by Michael Bay again?
No, I don't think so. It's going to be Beast Wars, actually. Which is actually kind of interesting.
All right. I remember Beast Wars.
Yeah, man. Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
And Megatronosaurus or something like that. I don't know.
I think it's just Megatron.
Is it?
I don't know.
I just remember, the only thing I remember about him is he was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and he just was like, yes, every time.
Pretty much,
yes, like that. I mean,
he was purple.
He was purple, and then later the Decepticons showed up later in the movie, and I was like, the Soundwave. No, sorry, not Soundwave. The Panther. Soundwave had a cassette tape that would turn into a panther, and that panther showed up in Beast Wars.
Oh, did it?
But nobody knew. Nobody knew what that thing was. That thing just showed up out of nowhere like the Predator, and was just walking around like humanoid. And then just one day, he was supposed to be a good guy, and I guess he snuck into the base or something, and then he just screamed out, he was like, "For the Decepticons!" And he transformed into a tape, and he inserted himself into, like, the mainframe or something. I lost my shit, because I was like, oh, it's Soundwave's cat, or whatever.
Right,
nobody ever put it together, and it was, like, one of the coolest things ever, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beast Wars got really deep, dude. Like, it was one of those kids.
Yeah, I liked Beast Wars. I used to, like, record it on VHS back then.
Whew, I remember those days.
Yeah.
No, it was one of those things where it started simple, just like the Sonic shows, but then it got darker and deeper and deeper, and it got more connected to the lore as time went by. It was really cool, man.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. Like, before we all were living here in Japan and such. Yeah. So, like, it was a simpler time. It was a happier time. Well, coming up on side B of this podcast, we got Frame of Travel coming up. A friend of ours, and he'll be the second person we're interviewing. We can ask him so many things about Japan and things like that. I'm sure you have some questions. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, you and I have been here for so long, it's like the newness of Japan has worn off, right? But
yeah, it's just life now. You don't really think about it.
Right,
It's like, wow, Japan,
right.
you know.
Just the way you said it is funny, but recently they reopened the gates, like, kind of.
Open the gates!
Let the foreigners in! Like that. Let my people free! Like that. No. They partially. And when I say partially, we're talking like what? 500 people a day or something like that. It's not much.
Okay.
Students and workers, national workers, people who want to come here and build highways or something like that. Like, because like
They realized they needed highways.
yeah, no, they realized they needed immigrants because nobody was like regular Japanese people were not doing those jobs. So a lot of the immigrants were working the Yoshinoyas, the highways, the construction places.
Right.
They were hurting for that. So they've been opening that finally because all the the Fortune 500 CEOs were like a few months ago. They were like, "Yo, we're just gonna take our business somewhere else. Like we're moving. We're gonna put our business in Korea, Thailand, or wherever because you guys, Japan's been closed for over 2 years now, and it's like." What are you waiting for, dude? Like everybody else is opening up. So finally they were like, okay, let's bring in at least the students and the national workers. I've been seeing foreigners around.
Are they the ones not wearing masks outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You said it, I didn't. And
no.
But
okay.
I'm right with you with that. Like,
right.
like you guys don't realize it. It's out here, mass culture and just being adapting to the society. It's not, one of it is thinking about others, but the second part about it is you do it because everybody else does it because we're supposed to be working as one. So the day when all of us can take off our masks, then we'll take off our masks. Until then, we're working together to beat this thing. And like, a lot of people, and that's a completely different sort of philosophy that mass culture was introduced to overseas.
Right.
And, to be fair, for my American people, nobody, like, the way it was explained in America wasn't really the greatest explanation.
No. Well, it's really funny learning about hearing the whole mask conversation, like being here in Japan. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was just sort of like, it started from like, do Asian people wear masks? To, like, the masks don't work. They just don't work.
Yep.
To, all right, if you don't wear a mask, you're arrested.
Yeah.
We're kicking you out.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I still remember when I used to wear a mask going on the plane.
Right.
Before Corona. But I was like, I'm wearing this because I don't want to ruin my throat and my voice with all the recycled cabin air going on.
Right.
And people would be like, oh, why do Asian people wear masks all the time? It's because they're sick. I'm like, no, maybe yes, it's because they're sick, but they're also protecting themselves, protecting you from getting sick. And that's just the core philosophy that other people can't understand, which I also understand if I'm in America and people are like, no, you need to wear the mask so you can protect other people from getting sick, but I'm not sick. I don't have corona. Well, you don't know that yet. Well, but I feel fine. It's like, it's a rough thing. Also, Ozzy Osbourne got corona.
Oh.
Just confirmed today, this morning. I don't know why I just threw that in there. But
no, it's just, all right, you heard it here.
Yeah, you heard it here first. 2 weeks later, Ozzy Osbourne.
Tell your mom.
Oh my God, I just realized, what if by the time this airs, like, it gets worse? Like, knock on wood.
It should be fine. A
lot of
people have had coronavirus.
But
it's
he's
fine.
actually, he's got other conditions as well. He came down with cerebral palsy as well. I mean,
did he?
Yeah, completely different from corona, I know, but I'm just saying, like, his wife was crying and everything about it, so she's just really worried. But I hope he's fine as well.
Wow.
Corona today is way different than 2 years ago Corona. Like, this is the downgraded version, you know. This
Corona
is,
Light.
Yeah, this is Corona. This is, oh my god, I was about to make a Chinese joke, but, you know, this is the, I will just say, this is the knockoff, ooh. I can't go anywhere. This is the knockoff Corona version of 2 years ago.
Okay.
I like
Kelowna.
There you go.
Not be confused with the video game.
Anyways, all right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Radley, for
oh yeah, my pleasure.
Amazing conversation. But we'll be back with our special guest, Frame of Travel.